Quiet luxury versus loud luxury. Why understated homes often feel more expensive. Now, there's a certain kind of home that immediately feels expensive the second that you walk into it. Not because it's filled with gold finishes or very dramatic over-the-top chandeliers. Not because every surface is covered in designer labels or statement pieces that you saw on TikTok. In fact, the truly luxurious homes are often surprisingly quiet. You'll notice soft lighting, natural textures, lots of breathing room, and this overwhelming sense of calm. And somehow, without even trying too hard, they still feel richer than spaces filled with obvious luxury decor. Meanwhile, other homes may have expensive furniture, bold finishes, oversized, in-your-face, glamorous details, and lots of dramatic styling, but still end up feeling visually exhausting instead of visually elevated. And honestly, that difference is exactly what separates quiet luxury from loud luxury. One whispers, the other constantly and loudly announces itself. So in this video, we're exploring why understated interiors often feel more sophisticated than flashy ones, and why calm homes are quietly replacing over-designed spaces in modern interior design. But before we get started, welcome or welcome back to Home Decor 101, your YouTube home decor channel. So I guess we can start with the obvious question: what is quiet luxury? Well, I will say this. Quiet luxury is not really a decorating style per se. It's more of a feeling that you get. It's the idea that a home does not need to constantly prove how expensive it is in order to feel beautiful. So instead of relying on obvious status symbols, quiet luxury focuses on atmosphere, on the ability to restrain yourself from using all of these in-your-face details. It focuses on texture and quality. So these homes often feel calm, layered, soft, intentional, and emotionally peaceful. There's this undeniable sense of visual confidence once you step into one of these homes. Nothing feels like it's just clamoring for your attention. And that is so important psychologically, because spaces that feel truly luxurious usually create emotional ease instead of visual overwhelm. So we talked about quiet luxury. Here's a phrase I haven't used on this channel often. What is loud luxury? Loud luxury is the opposite. It's luxury designed to immediately announce itself. And honestly, social media accelerated this aesthetic dramatically. So in loud luxury, you're going to see oversized glam lighting. You're going to see mirrored everything. Heavy marble prints, crushed velvet, humongous logos. You'll see gold everywhere, and extremely dramatic furniture. The goal becomes, hey guys, look how expensive this is. And honestly, while there's nothing inherently wrong with dramatic interiors, I happen to be a dramatic girly myself. I don't mind them. Many loud luxury spaces end up feeling performative instead of comfortable. Beautiful for photos, perhaps. Photos that you'll post on some social media site for likes. But emotionally exhausting to actually live inside every single day. So you may ask, why does quiet luxury feel more expensive? And ironically, one of the reasons quiet luxury feels richer is because it does less. There is a lot of restraint there. Now, luxury interiors don't feel like every trend that you saw on TikTok was added into the room all at once. Instead, expensive homes usually feel edited very carefully. One sculptural chair instead of 5 statement pieces fighting for someone's attention. One beautiful lamp casting warm light instead of bright overhead lighting everywhere. A single textured linen curtain moving softly in sunlight can feel much more luxurious than an entire room overloaded with expensive decor. Because true luxury is usually not about the quantity or how many you have of something, it's about the atmosphere or how that something makes you feel. And this leads us into the psychology of calm spaces. There's actually a psychological reason that calm interiors feel very luxurious. Our nervous system responds to environments constantly, even when we don't realize it. Harsh lighting, clutter, visual chaos, too many competing colors, excessive decor. All of these things create low-level stress for the brain. Meanwhile, softer environments tend to create emotional regulation. It actually helps you to feel better. Warm lighting can lower some of the stimulation. Natural textures to give you this feeling of being grounded. Negative space or not having something in every corner of your room allows the eye to rest a bit. And this is why hotels, spas, luxury resorts, and high end designer homes rarely feel visually chaotic. They're designed to make people exhale. And honestly, that emotional reaction is what many people are actually identifying as luxury. Not perfection, not trends, just all around peace. So, another thing I've noticed is that quiet luxury uses texture instead of a bunch of flash. One of the biggest differences between quiet and loud luxury is where the richness comes from. Loud luxury is often going to rely on shine, either in the form of mirrors or gloss or metallics, sparkle, bling bling, visual intensity. Whereas on the other side, quiet luxury usually relies on texture. So you can have a room that's going to just give you all these different layers, and it's nothing but texture. You'll see linen and wood and stone and clay, even wool rugs, woven materials. And these materials create depth without screaming visually. And because natural textures age beautifully, quiet luxury homes often feel timeless instead of trend driven. So now let's move on to the psychology of lighting, because lighting may honestly be one of the biggest differences between homes that feel expensive and homes that don't. Quiet luxury interiors almost always prioritize softer layered lighting. Now, we've talked about this in so many videos, but here's what I mean by that. Instead of just having your overhead light on, you're going to see table lamps and lighting fixtures against the wall, maybe sconces. You'll see candles. You'll see a lot of warm bulbs being used. You'll even see some dim corners, maybe a nice floor lamp in there so you can just sit in there with a chair and a book and have a nice little nook. You'll even see some golden evening light. Now the room glows gently instead of feeling aggressively in your face bright. And psychologically, softer lighting immediately changes how a home feels emotionally. Warm lighting lowers visual stress. It creates this intimate moment, even if you're the only one in it. You'll get comfort. You'll get depth. Meanwhile, many louder interiors rely heavily on ultra bright lighting because the decor itself is competing for attention visually. But truly luxurious homes usually feel softer, almost like a movie. The atmosphere matters just as much as the furniture. Another thing I've noticed about truly beautiful homes is that they rarely feel overly staged. Most of the time, this isn't like a Pinterest layout. There's a certain softness to them. You'll see a blanket draped casually across a chair. You'll see books resting naturally on a coffee table. You may see steam rising from a coffee mug near the kitchen window, curtains moving gently from an open breeze. The homes people connect with emotionally actually feel lived in, not perfect. And I think this is where a lot of social media, especially Pinterest, get it wrong. It shows us these perfect images, but none of them really looked lived in. And that's why I say in all of my videos, I show you these houses. Some of them are grand, some are large, just as inspiration for you. It doesn't mean you have to aspire to have that specific home. It just means you can look at the image or the video and steal one or two ideas to place in the home that you do have. The home that you actually live in. It may not be perfect, but that's okay. And honestly, this is where many louder luxury interiors struggle. Everything can start feeling too polished, too performative, too designed for appearance and pictures instead of actual comfort. But the spaces that people truly want to stay inside are usually the ones that feel warm and believable and grounded and cozy. So now let's talk why people are moving away from loud luxury. Because for a while, social media rewarded extreme interiors because dramatic spaces stopped scrolling quickly, and it was all about stopping that scroll. The bold colors, the super high contrast, the huge overstatement pieces, the over the top glam. Those rooms photograph extremely well online, and I do have to admit they capture your attention. But nowadays, many people are becoming exhausted by visual overstimulation like that. Life already is loud and stimulating enough. People are craving the softness, the calmness, the slow living, the warmth, the emotional comfort. One thing that I feel like has happened since the pandemic is that we are really making our homes our retreats, because during that time we didn't have a choice, we had to be there. And that shift is showing up in home decor trends everywhere right now. People no longer want homes that look impressive online only. They want a home that feels good in real life. Now, here's the funny part, because I know quiet luxury is associated with being very wealthy, but quiet luxury is often more affordable. Ironically, I know, quiet luxury is usually easier to recreate affordably than loud luxury because it focuses less on expensive looking statement pieces and more of the atmosphere that you're creating. Think about it, warm lighting is inexpensive. Textured fabrics instantly elevate rooms, and you can purchase a nice throw to drape over your sofa arm for $30 at TJ Maxx. Natural woods often feel richer than glossy finishes. Even removing clutter can dramatically improve how expensive a space feels. That's why many luxury interiors are actually relatively simple. The power comes from balance, softness, texture, and here's the word I've been saying the whole video, restraint. Not visual excess. So the last thing I've noticed is that the most expensive homes don't try too hard. Now this may honestly be the biggest difference of all. Homes that feel luxurious. I mean really feel luxurious. Rarely feel like they are trying desperately to prove themselves. There's an ease to them, a softness, a calm confidence. And interestingly, that same principle exists outside of interior design too. What I mean by that is that the most elegant people, and in some cases the wealthiest people, don't really feel the need to flaunt their wealth. A 100,000 heir may go and get 3 or 4 Louis Vuitton bags, Chloe shoes, Fendi scarves to wear, everything with a logo so you can see what all they have on. But the billionaires, the old money, the people with class, they rarely need to constantly prove their confidence. And truly luxurious homes usually work the exact same way. At the end of the day, quiet luxury is not really about having a beige room or a super minimalist styling. That would be boring, I get it. But it is about emotional atmosphere. It's about creating homes that feel peaceful and grounded and comfortable. Homes that allow your nervous system to slow down for a minute. Homes that feel softer than the outside world. And honestly, that may be the real reason that quiet luxury resonates with so many people right now. You guys, we are all fighting a battle of some sort. And this day and age, everyone is going through something. A little kindness goes a long way. And a little comfort goes a long way. Not because it looks expensive, but because peace itself has quietly become one of the biggest luxuries of all. I sure hope you enjoyed hanging out with me during this quiet design series. I love making these. I can just talk, and it's super long videos that you guys can immerse yourself in. Please don't forget to subscribe for more calming interior design and content and cozy home inspiration. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe for more calming interior design and content, cozy home inspiration, and quiet design ideas that make your home feel beautiful and timeless. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, friends.